Hi, everybody. Hey, this is Daryl Terrell, the name you know. As you guys know, I'm running for mayor of the city of Moreno Valley. Hey, have you noticed um, sometimes as you drive around our city, and do you notice what we are surrounded by? And I know some of you guys will say mountains, but if you drive around the city, you see what? Warehouses. Even our city hall is surrounded by warehousing. You know, many of these people who work in them, some of them are our neighbors, family members, friends, residents of our city. And they will not be, some of them will not be coming back to work. And they will be replaced by automation, robots. However, you know, people have, over the years, and even I hear these same arguments that say, you know, machines, they'll have destroyed jobs throughout history, has created new ones in their wake, bolstering workers' productivity for centuries and improving goods and services brought into our economy. They often displace jobs in the short term. But I want to share something with you on this one. There was a study in 2019 and that found accelerating automation may not be fueling new labor demand, and instead is holding back employment growth. So what we must wrestle with is the difficult question: whether the new wave of automation and technology innovation is different from previous ones and crosses a new bridge, and one that destroys jobs and never coming back. Because you got to think, we're in this pandemic now, and these businesses have an excuse to, hey, I'm going to transfer, I'm going to take people out because they get sick, and I can't have that. I got to put machines in. They work 24/7. That's the excuse for them to replace people. Now, think about this. The people they replace are real people. They are breadwinners. They're family people who pay mortgages, rents, car notes, child care. What are they supposed to do? Some people say, well, you know what? They can find a new job, or they can go to another community or whatever to find a new job. But I want to hear something you guys may not know, and this is something I found out. You know, these problems are not new. And guess what? In 1962, President Kennedy had to deal with the same societal and economic upheaval during his time. And he said, this is what he said: I regard it as the major domestic challenge, really of the 60s, to maintain full employment at a time when automation, of course, is replacing men. He should say women, but you know, these were the 60s, we got it. But his solution was to pass the nation's first and most important sweeping federal program to train workers and unemployed due to technological advances. So what we're dealing with is not new. It has happened over the centuries. But the thing is, the most important thing, we are still dealing with the same problem. And as mayor of this city, I will introduce a robot tax. And you guys giggle, what's a robot tax? Well, basically it's automation. It's simple. This is so simple. The robot that replaces every worker will be taxed. Automation does provide benefits: faster service, more production, lower labor costs. You hear what I'm saying? Lower labor costs. Think about the COVID again, replacing people who are getting sick. But the savings are not shared with the employees. If automation does not produce additional work opportunities at comparable wages, then the consumer market shrinks while profits increases. The result is wealth is concentrated among the owners and investors, while deals of working are cut free to seek lower paid jobs. In this case, they may not ever get to come back to it, because even the lower paid jobs, like at the McDonald's, in the Taco Bells, and these others, are going to kiosks. Even the banks are going to kiosks. So, but see, you get the point. So a robot tax would stop that. It would stop that trend by shifting a portion of business profits to the workers by funding, you guess it, a guaranteed income to protect their living standards. And also, I would like to use that funds is to create a collaboration with Moreno Valley College in the logistics community to create a hybrid apprenticeship training program to ensure that you have the skills and supports needed to transition to the new jobs. That's what the robot tax is about. It's about preserving your way of life, but also to develop a new safety net, to develop training program. So when that happens, you'll be trained. We'll work in collaboration with Moreno Valley College and that company to make sure that you have the skills so you can continue your job. So my whole program is a new deal, basically, for our city. And it's a win-win for all of us. So anyway, I just want you to consider that. You know, you laugh about robot tax, but look around you. We are surrounded by warehouses. And those warehouses are some of our neighbors and some of our family members. Sometimes they're the only breadwinner in the family. When they lose that job, the whole world come crashing. They can't pay their rent. They can't pay their mortgage. They can't pay their car note. They can't take care of a child care. So this is a win-win to help you guys out there. It's not to hinder, but to help you. So you could have a safety net so you could continue to live your life and not give up. And this is about a hopeful plan. That's what this is all about. Thank you for listening. This is Daryl Terrell.